Welcome to yet another anniversary edition of Talk-A-Raptor. I'm your host Talk-A-Raptor, now celebrating the 5th anniversary of my websites. It was at the 2-year anniversary that I explained where I got the name Talk-A-Raptor from. It's this little stupid comic right here, nothing special. However, the mascot Talk-A-Raptor itself goes way back. Today I'll take you through the evolution of the mascot and show you how it got to where it is today. You should all be familiar with the standard mascot, or at least one of its more recent variations. The squiggly eyes mean I'm blind. But where on earth did I get the idea to draw a dinosaur with a purple hat? Well, the first stop on our journey is November of 2005, 3 months before I started my website. Hey, is that Talk-A-Raptor? No, it couldn't be. The name Talk-A-Raptor wouldn't exist for another 3 months. No, this is Talk-A-Raptor's direct predecessor up the evolutionary chart, Pimposaurus. It came out pretty good when you consider I was drawing in the middle of a game theory lecture. It came out so good that I had to email it to myself, and that preserved it to this day. Pimposaurus is obviously the most direct basis of my current mascot, but where did I get the idea to draw dinosaurs wearing clothes in the first place? Well, this wasn't the first time I did it. In fact, I did it a lot back in high school. This is Calculosaurus, drawn on scrap paper from a calculus test back in 2003. Also from 2003 is FOMCosaurus, which was drawn on the back of an economics test. Both Calculosaurus and FOMCosaurus are original scans. Unfortunately, I can't say the same of this crappy recreation of a legendary dinosaur I drew back in college. You see, I was in my probability class that day and we had a pop quiz. I must have cut the previous lectures or something because I didn't know any of the answers, so I just drew a dinosaur on the back of the test. Now what makes this dinosaur legendary, despite having no clothes, is that the TA who was grading the test saw it, started to comment on it, and then scribbled out whatever he was writing. I could never figure out what he was trying to write, since it was short and scribbled out pretty well. And since I no longer have the original copy, I guess I'll never know. So now we have Talk-A-Raptor, based off Pimposaurus, based off the comics I drew on the back of my test in high school. However, there is one last leg of this journey, and it brings us back to 1996, when I was in elementary school. For an art project, we had to draw an image in a circle. From the circle, the art teacher would take it and imprint it onto a cheap plastic plate. Now, I no longer have this plate because it broke years ago and my mother threw it out. Also, I don't have any pictures of the plates. However, I will now attempt to recreate it the best I can. So we start out with a basic circle. Now let's do the background first. We have 2 trees on either side, and then a fallen tree somewhere in the middle. There was a brontosaurus on the right, 2 pterodactyls in the sky, and a tyrannosaurus peeking out from the left. The centerpiece was a raptor jumping up behind the fallen tree. Why that pose? It came from a dinosaur book I found in the art room. Alright, now let's color this baby in. And that is shockingly accurate. Something I didn't notice until I got the plate back from my teacher is that I forgot to color in one of the raptor's claws. That aside, this was the greatest artwork I had ever created in my life. And even now, it still ranks up there. Now to recap. We have the plate dinosaur from 1996, the back of test dinosaurs starting in 2003, then Pimposaurus in 2005, and finally, Talk-A-Raptor in 2006. Since then, Talk-A-Raptor's had many spin-offs, such as Blog-A-Raptor, Raptorco, Pizza-Raptor, The Ghost of Pizza-Raptor, and Barappa the Raptor. Some are more successful than others. Now time for some anniversary administrivia. Last year I decided to make my tags visible. Yeah, exciting, I know. 2 years ago I decided to make my site HTML valid, and that doesn't even work anymore. So clearly I haven't done anything interesting in the past few years since I sold out back in 2008. I'm really going to have to do something different to spice things up around here once again. So, here's what's going to happen. For 1 year, I'm not going to watch any anime.